Stream again. I apologize for the connect issues. Should be okay in a second. Happens when you're doing live stuff. That's what happens. Let me kill this real quick here. I kill this so I can close that. Come back here. Let's try this again. Excellent. And we should be back in a second, guys. I apologize for that. That looked to be on me. I was dropping a huge amount of packets on that one. Okay, here we go here. Excellent. Should be coming back up now momentarily. Excellent. Should be back in a moment. There we go. Should be back in a second here. Very, very odd stream this time, guys. Yeah, Jackie, the stream crashed a second ago. It looks like everything's falling apart right now on the stream. OBS crashed. YouTube crashed. So I had to disconnect everything and to reconnect it. I was looking to see if I can find an E3 release of Funko stuff. I was in the middle of looking for it. Release. Cool. I'm happy only froze for a second. That's what I like to see. I think, I know that Gears of War I thought was getting some E3 love. I haven't seen a checklist yet. Here we go. I think I found one. Uno momento, por favor. I think I found some stuff here. Let's see here if I can push this over to you guys. 1 second. Actually, no, you're not going to see anything. You're not going to see anything for that one. Hold on 1 second here. Oops. 1 sec. You can see a black screen. Then you can see some weird stuff. And then it's going to be... Oh, it's not even seeing it. Whoops. Yeah, you're not even going to see it right now. Okay. You should be able to see me in a second here. Yeah, the connection went wonky. The black screen was me trying to switch over to a different way to view it. I have to reconfigure it to this window again. The stuff for E3, I'm not seeing that maybe the full list, or maybe it is the full list. I know they have a new Mega Man. They have about this, guys. Hopefully it's okay. Looks like it's locking up again. Well, I think it's all right now. I think it's okay. I think it's recovering. I think we're all right. Yeah, I think we're okay. That was very, very weird where it's my upload. My upload looks fat. My upload looks fine, so I'm not really sure why. I had like 12 upload, which doesn't make any sense. It should be running with no problem. So, looking at the E3 list, I don't know. Maybe the Master Chief one. I know they have the Sonic where he's in. I think it's when he's not Star Power Sonic. I don't see any more than that. Let me look here if I see any more. Hold on. There's a 2. Let me check out the second one. Second page. Let's see here if there's any other ones here. No, it looks like the same thing. Now I think they only have like 8 or 10 guys for the E3 show. Of course, E3 is not really designed to be a big show like that for releases. But they do that every once in a while, so it is what it is. And my connection is now steady. Everything's holding sound. What else would you guys want to talk about? As far as answering Rainbow's question, yeah, I'm going to be doing a little bit of... I will, depending on what they have at E3, I don't know yet. I would... all right, let me look at your question, Rainbow. I didn't see it at the top here. You said your local comic shop has 2 DC Universe Classics Kyle Rayner figures still in the package, but they're selling them way too much. Yeah, the Kyle Rayner figure is extremely expensive now. I think he is the most expensive out of that line. I think he goes between 75 and I've seen it go between 75 and $100 US. But definitely, I have that figure. He's a very good figure. It's one of my first action figure reviews I did. I did that one prior to my light box. I actually did it full in my light box before I really knew what I wanted to review or how I wanted to review stuff. Excuse me. But it's okay. Never been to Celebration, collecting hobby. Never. Would I want to go to Celebration? I think it'd be fun. Most of them that I've seen were in Orlando. They were in like the Orange County Convention Center. I don't know if they always do them there now. I know for the last like several years they've had Celebration there. I don't know if it's something that they locked in for X amount of years, or they're going to switch it up and go somewhere else. I don't know that yet. Probably the favorite thing about E3 is all the new games. I would say it's okay now. So yeah, I'm not sure what the stream's all about now. We dropped some packets. It should be fixing itself shortly. You might see some latency. There we go. It's back now. Um, but as far as it's Chicago next year. I don't know what it is this year. I'm not sure, or where it was this year. That I don't know. I couldn't answer because I'm not entirely sure where it was this year or where it will be. But I know they did it in Orlando for the last few years. Um, to answer the question about the E3 stuff, like I said, I haven't been gaming a whole lot. The last few games I played was on PS4. I did the first Shadows of Mordor game, the Lord of the Rings one. I played that one. I never beat it. I played Division before all the changes happened in Division, when they were talking about Division where it was supposed to be and what everyone was portraying Division to be, and it didn't turn out that way at all. No Celebration in 2018. That's kind of surprising. You think they would have one this year? I thought they had one every year. I don't know. So no news to me. News to me. Um, the systems I own besides a PS4, I have my PS4. I haven't even played it. Haven't even turned it on in 3 years. About 3 years was the last time I turned my PS4 on. Besides that, I own two smaller systems. They're the little miniature classics of both the Nintendo and the SNES, the small ones that are about this big, the little tiny ones, which has like 50 games built into it. I have both those systems. Me and my girlfriend like to play a few games. She's a big fan of Mario. She can play it. I really suck at Mario. Like badly suck at Mario. I'm not good at platformers. The only thing I maybe be able to play is, let's say, Metroidvania sort of games like Castlevania or Metroid. I can play those games, but like games like Mario, I have very bad hand-eye coordination. I usually die very, very easily. It's very embarrassing when I play those games. It looks really, really, really bad. Um, but besides that, the only thing I had was a PS4. I used to play a long time ago World of Warcraft, years ago. Uh, I got out of it right after Cataclysm came out. The normal expansion, Burning Crusade, uh, the Lich King, and then Cataclysm. Oh, here we go again. Encoder. Hopefully, encoder doesn't start breaking down again. Dropping some packets, so you're going to see some locking up in a second, guys. Hopefully, it's not too bad. It's fine now. So it looks like it's probably my upload speed. Handhelds, I actually have AA. I actually had the PSP for a while. I actually liked the PSP for a while. I thought it was a good system. The biggest problem, of course, that none of the games were interchangeable. You can't play them anywhere else. I loved Luminous. I thought that was a very, very fun game. I loved Luminous. Luminous was super cool. Absolutely dug Luminous. But besides that, I don't play many games anymore. So as far as World of Warcraft, it was World of Warcraft, Burning Crusade, the Lich King, and then right when Lich King finished, I got into Cataclysm, and then I left the game because it became, when I was with that particular guild, it became almost like a second job, and it was becoming a borderline addiction. And I said, I can't do this. I had to push myself away from it. Shantae? Have ever played Shantae? Never heard of it. Never heard that one, Rainbow. What type of game is it? Never heard about that one. Action game, arcade game. What the heck is going on here? Let's leave that down here. My screen was jumping up and down on my other screen. That was very, very weird. My screen was doing this. Never heard of that game, Rainbow. Don't know anything about it. As far as what I like playing, I like old school RPGs. Stuff like you guys, you may or may not even know what they are. I like the really old school three-quarter isometric RPGs. A Metrovania about a sexy genie girl. Oh, that's kind of cool. That sounds kind of cool. Is it a Steam sort of thing, or is it a is it a console game? I mean, one of the games I was really looking forward to was Anthem. That looked like a very fun game. It looked like basically what, at least prospectively, it looked very much what Division was trying to bring. Anthem looks very cool. I don't know if they're even going to do it. I heard it's running into problems, so I don't know if it's even going to be coming out. Steam and Nintendo. That's kind of cool. So yeah, I don't know if they're even going to come out with the with Anthem. I couldn't even tell you. Like I said, I don't know. I've been out of games so long. The last set of games I played, I did a little bit. I did some beta testing for the Elder Scrolls Legends game, which was the lane battling card game. It was think of it like Hearthstone but with lanes. It's a very fun game. If you've never played it from Bethesda, definitely take a look at it. It's not an easy game. It's extremely challenging. But going back to what I was saying, I liked it was Dungeons and Dragons using the D&D engine. It was like 3.0, 4.0, and now 5.0. Okay, cool, Rainbow. I'll have to take a look at it. But that's what I really like. I like the old school games. I played a little bit of Neverwinter Nights. I thought that was okay. I think a big move was, of course, the D&D online game, where it was a subscription model, and they saw that their business model just wasn't working right, and they decided to axe the business model the way it was and do it a la carte, meaning you paid for, let's say you wanted the base game, but you wanted to get this new map, or you wanted to go over here, that'd be like $3.99. $3.90 would give you this map. You can get this many levels, you can do this and do that. So you bought it an a la carte, meaning you bought what you wanted, which was kind of cool. So if you're someone who just wanted to get a taste of the game, you really didn't want to go all in. If you spent the $15, you got everything. But you can, let's say you were going to play just a little bit of gaming that particular month. You only need to buy, let's say, this map or this map. You could drop a couple bucks here and there. You can buy what you wanted, and I like that. It looks like maybe World of Warcraft may be going in that direction to do a free-to-play model where you basically buy a la carte. I know that you can use in-game currency to buy time now, but World of Warcraft at one time was the giant of the MMORPG realm. Now it has shrunken a lot compared to what it was. It still makes tons of money, but nowhere close. Some of the big rumors that are going around are going to be potentially a new Diablo game, from what I've heard. There's been rumblings of them getting some people together to either do something Diablo-esque, either a Diablo 4 game, it could be another add-on pack for Diablo 3. I did play Diablo 3 for a while. I thought that was a very fun game. The stuff when the new Herodric Cube stuff came out, I didn't do. I didn't get that far into Diablo 3 just because life got in the way, work got in the way, doing stuff for YouTube now. I didn't have the time nor the energy to do it. It was just too much. So I decided to do, YouTube, forego the video game stuff, at least for right now. What else do you guys want to know about? Hit me up in chat, please. At least the stream is stable now. It is stabilized. We're good to go. At least I know how to recover pretty quickly now if it crashes. Excuse me. What else would you guys want to know? Please hit me up in the stream. Hit me up, hit me up, hit me up. Let me know what you guys want to know. And of course, again, congrats go to the winner, Chris Houlihan, Houlihan. He is the winner of this guy right here. I'll keep plugging it for it because he won this guy right here. That one right there. Boom. That's him. That's yours, buddy. That's yours, Chief. Did I see Mysterio at Dominion? Oh, yes. Yes. I was reading that wrong. Yes, I saw the entire Dominion show. I watched all the matches, all the cards. If we could talk wrestling now. If you guys have never watched wrestling independently, meaning you have never watched an independent match before, independent show. I highly, highly, highly recommend watching New Japan Pro Wrestling's Dominion show. It was an extremely, extremely, extremely good show. If you're looking for something, if you're a wrestling fan, if you're tired of WWE being shoved down your throat, if you're tired of boring wrestling promos, if you're tired of the same melodrama back and forth, I highly recommend checking out New Japan Pro Wrestling's Dominion show. Probably three of the best matches you'll ever watch. Will Ospreay versus Hiromu Takahashi. You had Chris Jericho. That's right, Chris Jericho against Tetsuya Naito, and of course Kenny Omega versus Kazuchika Okada in their fourth outing. Great, great match. The match with Minoru Suzuki and Zack Sabre, very good match. Suzuki against Ishii, everyone is chomping at the bit for that match. I want to see that match extremely badly. I want to see it really, 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 really badly. It's going to be a very, very good match. The next one is going to be at the Cow Palace in July. And the main event is going to be Cody against Kenny. I actually used to watch a lot of South Park Rainbow. I just haven't watched any of it recently. I've watched maybe I would say the first 4 or 5 seasons. And maybe caught an episode here, and there. But I've never watched anything consistently for South Park. The show that I'm getting into right now, I actually watched the first full season of American Horror Story. I really like that one. I watched The Murder House. Watched it with my girlfriend. I'm not a big blood and gore guy, but I like something with a good story, and it was a very, very good season of TV. Then she wanted me to watch Freak Show, and I saw the second episode a couple days ago. So I'm watching it every few days. I'm watching an episode here and there. I did like American Horror Story. I haven't gotten super far in it because I do like it where it's all self-contained. Each season doesn't have any ramifications to the next season, and they use their actors. They recycle their actors playing different roles. It locked up, but it should be fine now. But to answer your question, Rainbow, yeah, I haven't seen anything from the new South Park. I do know that they did some really cool stuff with Mysterion and the stuff with when they were dressed up as superheroes. I do know that was a really cool season of stuff like that. But I haven't seen any of the new South Park. As far as cartoons go, I'm an old school guy. Love my old Looney Tunes. I can watch them all day, every day. I like the old Transformers cartoon. I used to watch a lot of the old school anime. I'm talking Robotech, Star Blazers, which was Space Battleship Yamato, G-Force, or Space Ninja Gatchaman, which is what it was called. They're still keeping a good pace, Rainbow? I mean, is it still good, or is it just crap? It's still funny? I mean, I'm assuming it's still doing good. I'm assuming it's still doing good in Comedy Central if it's going this long. I would lead me to believe they're still, doing good stuff with the actual show if it's lasted this long. So I can only make that assumption. So yeah, I mean, I watched South Park years and years and years and years ago. It was funny back then. I know I did remember watching one where they did a spoof of Buck Rogers where Cartman was frozen in ice and he got thawed out years like 2049. Something like it's basically Buck Rogers. I did see that episode. I laughed because I'm a big Buck Rogers fan. Did I watch UFC 225? AA, I did not. I did see pieces of the actual match with Punk and Michael Jackson. I know that Punk got the piss beaten out of him. I know he had to go to the hospital. I know that Dana White was not only pissed off at Punk, but he was more pissed at Jackson because he thought that Jackson was basically playing around and toying with Punk and he could have finished him rounds earlier, but he didn't. And I know that Dana is extremely mad at him. So right now, yeah, UFC, I didn't watch anything, but I heard about that particular card. That's all I know about. I think they killed him almost every single episode. Rainbow would have to quote me on that. He's watched more of it than I have. I don't know if they still do that as a running gag. I don't know. I guess. But, yeah. But I know they killed him, and they try to kill him all the time. That's all I know. I don't know if they still do it. But like I said, I did hear about the Punk match. Uh, Talking about Punk, he did win his court case, which is extremely important because he would have been. They said they wanted $1 damage for every view of the Colt Cabana podcast, which is just doesn't make any sense at all. Why they would get that amount of money? He was originally suing for $1 million, and then it bumped to $4 million near closing statements, and the judge just said this is not worth it. They threw it out. So Punk was not liable, and neither was Colt Cabana, which is very, very good. So it serves that they can't really do that sort of thing now when they're trying to sue people when they have no case. Well, that's kind of cool. I was watching, I think, a review of the, not the Stick of Truth, but the spin-off one with Princess Kenny, when Kenny was dressed up as a girl. I don't know much about that one. Who were the female fighters in that one? And I think the Punk match was the opening match. I think it was the open card. I think it was the first match of the night, I believe. But I could be wrong. I heard it was the first match of the night. And he got lit up, something fierce. I mean, I give the guy all the credit in the world. He went from something that was completely out of his league. I mean, he was not, at least from what I've heard, listened to reviews for, listened to other podcasts. He came from something that was not something he normally did. He didn't have a collegiate background. He didn't have a martial art background. He's been training to try to do this at an elite level. It's something that he should have never been brought into the UFC. He should have went to like Strike Force, or let's say Bellator. He should not have gone into UFC. UFC is the elite of the elite. It's the highest tier in mixed martial art fighting in combat sports. It is the top echelon, the top tier of combat sports. He's not there. He's a bit old now, quite honestly. Holly Holmes, I think it was. She was the one who knocked out Ronda, I believe. I think it's Holly. If you're saying Holly, it's probably Holly Holmes. And yeah, it was probably Holly Holmes. I'm assuming it is. If that's who you're talking about, it has to be. To you, what's the funniest thing in the world? The funniest thing in the world? I don't know. I don't know, Rainbow. I don't know what the funniest thing in the world will be. One thing I love is a very good laugh. Holly Holmes, yep. When I get a big belly laugh, oh man, that's awesome. But I couldn't tell you what the funniest thing in the world is to me. I have, I laugh with the best of them. I love cracking jokes. That's what I always love doing. Also, since Admiral Akbar is here, Star Wars Collecting and Hobby, definitely check out the Worldwide Wrestling Podcast. Go ahead and put the link in the chat, AA, if you can. If you can't, I will do it myself. I love Big Bang Theory. Absolutely love some Big Bang Theory. If you ask me, they jumped the shark. Unfortunately, I don't think, my honest opinion, that Sheldon and Penny are always funny, but I don't think that Leonard and Penny should never have gotten married. Ever. I think he should have chased her throughout the entire show and never married her. Dated her. Yeah, okay, let me grab it real quick here. 1 second. Let me put it in. Myself and Collecting and Hobbies actually has a podcast. I've talked about it before numerous times. I'll drop it in for you guys. That is the Worldwide Wrestling Podcast. Him and I actually do a podcast. He handles the WWE stuff. I handle the independent stuff. It's been going on for several months now. It's normally a 2-hour stream. We're working to cut it down to a smaller shooting schedule and put up more often. We're going to have some more drop packets in a little bit, but that's okay because the stream's going to be wrapping up shortly. I apologize for all of the problems with the stream, especially the technical glitches. If you're interested in wrestling, definitely take a look at the podcast. But as far as the Big Bang Theory goes, I think Leonard and Penny should never have gotten together as far as getting married. Maybe dating. I don't think they should have gotten married. I don't think anybody on that show should have ever gotten married. I think it took a lot from the show. I disagree. Collecting's hobby. Having the female voice, I think, really helps. I think it's helped a lot. They brought in Penny, they brought in Bernadette, they brought in Amy. I do like the female perspective, especially when they're arguing about comics. Very, very funny. But I don't think any of them should have gotten married. I don't think Howard should have gotten married. I don't think Leonard should have gotten married. I don't think Sheldon should have gotten married. They should have all been maybe dating and never got married. Or if they're going to get married, have that be the last season. I don't think, because they're trying to trail this further and further along, and the stories aren't getting any better. That's the problem. It helps throughout the show, especially Howard and Bernadette. Having the kid, and I know why they did it, because the actress who plays Bernadette was legitimately pregnant. That's why they did the whole pregnancy thing. The actual actor was legit pregnant. That's why they wrote that into the storyline. Of course, Mrs. Wolowitz passing away, the voice actor who did the Miss Wolowitz gag, did unfortunately die, and they basically buried the character, which I thought was a nice touch. I don't watch any of the Young Sheldon. I watched the pilot, and I'm like, this is not funny. I got turned off by the show. So I did not want to watch it. So I turned away from Young Sheldon. But anything else you want to ask? We got a couple minutes left in the stream. Again, apologies for the issues with the stream locking up. Again, big shout outs to the winner of the giveaway, which was Chris Holian, Houlihan. He, of course, won the Mystery Pocket Pops full case right there. Again, I'm going to be shooting out an email to him after the stream. I have to make sure I got his name right, because I keep saying his name wrong. So yeah, anything else you want to know about, please let me know in the chat before we cut it tonight, especially with all the issues with the stream, between YouTube having issues, me having issues. It was just not a good night for streaming tonight, guys. I do apologize. Next week, I'm not entirely sure what I want to do yet. The next giveaway is going to be July. It's going to start July 4th. That is my second year of YouTube. Basically, it's going to be a scavenger hunt. That's all I'm going to say right now. I'm going to let you guys work for it. It's going to be a little bit of work you got to put in to get these prizes. It is going to be sponsored by Tate's Comics. They sponsored stuff for my channel before in the past. There's going to be multiple prizes going up for that particular giveaway. I'll explain all the rules when I shoot the video, which will happen on July 4th. That will be the first day of that video, and I'll explain the entire process, how it will work. I will go into full detail of how it will work, how you can be eligible for it. I think it's going to be a very, very cool idea. It's something a little bit different. My first year anniversary, I did 4 different gift cards. They're all out of my pocket. I purchased them all. I was not sponsored by anybody. They did not give me anything. I did everything out of my own pocket. It's gonna be really cool. It's gonna be fun. I know I know all the details. I know how I'm gonna lay it all out. I know how it's gonna work. It's gonna be very, very fun. So with that being said, anything else you guys want to talk about, let me know now, because I'm going to be cutting the stream in about a minute. We'll be cutting in about a minute, and I want to thank everybody who came into the stream. Again, apologies for the stream locking up. I want to thank everybody who came in, everybody who watched, who participated in that particular giveaway. We had cutting the stream in 3, 2, 1. Thank you guys for coming in. Take care, and bye-bye.